Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about ways you can help support adoptive families. And so I'm really excited about this series. We are on episode 8 in this series. And in this video, we're going to also talk about ways that you can financially support. That's why we're wearing these awesome new shirts that we got, Love Multiplies, supporting Phil and Alex's channel. So I'm going to put all that in the description below. And so just stick around for all that. So let's get into this video. So the first way that I feel like you can support a foster care family or an adoptive family is to give them food. Like, this is like when we got Genesis and Gabe, we had a friend in town and she brought us a meal, and I still remember the meal and like all these things about it, and I was like, well, I just felt so loved by that meal. It was kind of a really big deal, and
I don't remember it, but it was probably tamales.
Yeah, how do you remember?
Because I know it was probably Cindy.
Something.
Thanks,
no,
Cindy.
No, it was Alyssa.
Okay, it was Alyssa.
Yeah.
Tamales. Cindy usually makes tamales.
Yeah. Well, and she
My
was,
bad.
She was really nice, and so that was cool. I think she was adopted, so anyways, that makes sense, right?
Yep.
So she gets it. So I mean, and then also our pastor gave us a gift card once.
Yeah, he gave us a gift card. Yep, it was nice.
He gave us.
We got a 2-year-old, I think, close to a 2-year-old, and there's just a lot that I used to run a daycare, but then when I stopped running a daycare, we kind of purge a lot, so I didn't have anything for that age at all. So it was very nice to get the gift card, and even her parents gave us a car at the time because I did not have a car at that time. And after one day of walking 8 blocks with our new 2-year-old from daycare to our house, and her throwing a tantrum that made me look like a killer on the sidewalk in front of a lot of people, I decided a car is a good thing. You just put the child in the car, they can freak out in the car. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's
so
super
there's
cool.
some nice things.
Yeah, so like just giving them gifts and like or coffee. It's like having like a baby. I mean, they're kind of in a daze like that first week. Especially the first week, it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
You're just settling into a whole new way of life. For us, we gained 2 children both times that we decided to adopt, and like it was hard. It was extremely hard actually the first week, and you are completely in a different world, and that's all you can think about, and you just need your necessities taken care of, and so you don't even know how much food you need to make, so it's kind of a big deal.
You don't really know anything. I mean, a lot of times. I mean, because we've never had our own children, and then we have 2 children, and then now we have 4. But each time, like, you're learning about them, they're learning about you. It's just an awkward time, and
you're like, is this how it's always going to be, or is this how it is just right now, or is this behavior, going to always be this way? It's just mentally and emotionally exhausting in every way. So that being said, especially that first week to month, you need to give them space. Like, foster families and adoptive families really need space, and they need time to bond to those children. I feel like we always fail at this because we love our family and we love our friends so much. We really, honestly, like, if I always said this, like, if I just stayed in the house with my kids for a whole year after them coming to foster care, like, that would probably be sufficient to get them bonded with me. I think it would be faster. The process would have been a lot faster as if we didn't like just run in and like introduce them to 1,000 new people and just like make things like really hard for them. It was hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. That's true. I think it's different because you're not thinking about it when it's a baby, because the baby can't talk and it doesn't necessarily have a personality. Not that I'm saying it, but it doesn't have an opinion, like, or you don't know what its opinion is. It's a baby. It doesn't talk. It just poops and sleeps and eats milk.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're taking it to, like, everybody wants to hold it. It doesn't really know the difference, except for it might like the mom the most. But, like, it doesn't have, like, all these, like, I don't like this, I don't like that things going on.
Yeah.
Like an 8-year-old or even a 2-year-old, they already have, like, so many things that they're, like, afraid of, don't like, have opinions about, and they can verbalize or, express it at least in some way, which you're not thinking about. So it's like, it's not weird to be seeing all this family immediately from a perspective of like you had a new baby, But it is weird when it's a child that's never met them and they're not a baby. Like, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And that being said, like, I really like think that like if when you meet a child that's been like that is adopted or foster care for the first time, I don't think you should expect them to like love you right away. Like they don't owe you anything like when you meet them, and they don't know you, and they already have some issues with trust. They've already lost like their parents. They've been through some trauma, and for them, if they act different around you and they don't instantly show you love and affection, like you know, that's okay. You have to be okay with that. And then also if they show you overly affection, like too much affection, like that's also okay. They're just totally emotionally tapped out at that point, and you just got to give them some grace. They're kids. They don't know how to express themselves and be natural and normal. Like,
no matter what they're doing at the beginning, they're probably not gonna do that their entire time. I mean, even if they're overly affectionate at the beginning, especially if they're overly affectionate at the beginning, they're probably not going to remain that way very long. I mean, they may come back, if they're an affectionate person, they may come back to that, but, you know, like, it's kind of like,
there is a
parts of it are
period.
like a honeymoon thing,
yeah,
so
there is.
if that's the part that's a honeymoon for you, it's going to end at some point, and then the real them's going to come out, and then it's going to take a bit to get back to that.
Yeah, definitely. Encouragement, like lots and lots of encouragement, and like just checking in and doing like a mental health check with foster parents and adoptive parents. Like I sometimes like feel like we just kind of like got thrown into this thing. I didn't like, especially with foster care, you don't have like a lot of mental prep like where you do with like a newborn. Like you think about it for 9 months or something like that. Like, and then
Buy
like
things
you're like
over a year period.
Yeah, and like you're just like already like there, and then with foster care it's totally different. You're just thrown into the situation and
call you in the morning, want an answer as soon as possible, really by this afternoon, or we're gonna find someone else. Kind of situation.
Well, yeah, that is how it is in foster care, and you have to be ready for that. But like you're just your mental health is tapped out. I do have a mental health video, and I'll link that below for foster parents. But like I do like. Sometimes, like, I felt like I was just doing it by myself because I didn't feel like anyone else understood. I didn't know how to express myself. Like, I didn't feel like people were asking me, like, how are you doing with all this crazy stuff happening? Like, and I have awesome people in my life, but I just didn't realize that I needed that in my life. So, looking back, I did need that. If somebody is getting an infant, like, I would say throw a shower for them. That's kind of a no-brainer, but I don't think people think of that when, especially with foster children, they're like, oh, what if they get taken away? But my sister made this point. She said every baby needs to be celebrated, no matter what. And even if, like, because in foster care, people have this weird excuse and weird feelings about it because they get, like, reimbursements. Like, you get, like, your monthly reimbursement of however much a month. So they're like, oh, you already have enough because you're getting this reimbursement. But, like even like people that have millions of dollars throw a baby shower for their baby. Like I don't even think that's a really good like excuse like not to do it. I just think that that's probably why most people don't throw baby showers. So like I think that you should just do it. Like even if you have billions of millions of dollars, you still throw a baby shower for your baby so your loved ones can shower your child. So it's important. Yeah. And even if you only have them for a week, it's important to shower those people and that child because it's going to be sent home with that child anyways. So every child needs to be celebrated.
We only kept that one child 2 weeks that we got given a gift card for, and it just felt weird. Like we probably were given more stuff for that child than any other child we've ever received in care, and they were here for 2 weeks.
I think it was only a week.
Okay, maybe it was only a week, but it was just like really weird, and you're like, I want to give all this stuff back.
We did give it all to her, and like got her birthday presents and stuff, and I saw her in the store in the snow pants that I gave her. I didn't say hi because that would have been
We offered her most of the stuff, or like sent most of the stuff with her, and then I think we gave other stuff to people in our church that needed it, or back to or just ask them how they wanted us to, because they were the ones that gave most of the stuff. So I kept the car.
Yeah.
My son drives.
No, our son has the car now. Yeah, it's nice. Also, like, another way you can support foster families is you could give them money, or adoptive families especially. Maybe not foster care families as much, but for sure adoptive families, you can give them money to go towards their adoption. A lot of them, or set up a GoFundMe page for them. They might not even know that that's an option for them. They might be feeling weird about asking people for money. And so if you set it up for them as their friend or relative, that's awesome. And then people can give to them. Because adoptions for overseas cost about $30,000 and domestic is about $10,000. So you do want to like help support them, and that would be really fun, especially if you literally can't do anything to help children because of circumstances in life, age, things that happen. Like it's good to be able to support families like in that way. So that's awesome. I would love to be able to do that. That'd be really cool. You can become a social worker. That's an option for you if you're young. You can become a social worker. You can go to school and do that. Any other ones, Chad?
Did you say the foster care? Like register for foster care. Like only for foster care, it's really hard to find anybody in our town anyway. I don't know how it is, but I'm assuming since there's so many kids that need to be adopted, it's probably everywhere. You can't find people to watch your kids because you can't just say, oh, grandma can watch, because grandma probably isn't foster care approved.
Yeah, for overnight care,
for like adoption and things like that, like they're adopted, they're yours, you get a China baby, it's your China baby.
That's what we call them, because our kids call them China babies.
Yeah.
That's
China's not imposing rules over you. Oh, well, we haven't vetted this person or this person or this person in your life that you've known all your life to let them stay with them. But foster care does care, and they if they haven't vetted them, like they can't stay with them like until they're adopted. Like so since that's taken about 2 years at least every time we've adopted anyone, that's a long time to not be able to have very limited people you can leave them with, and really no one. Probably that's your family. Like we're leaving them with people that are closer to strangers to us than family, because we have to rely on somebody that is foster care approved. And now, and I know like that could be scary, but if you think of it like, somebody that gets trained for CPR, how often do you use CPR? Well, I know you have to update that like every 2 years. So if you think of it kind of like that, you're not like saying I'm doing CPR because I plan to resuscitate like 50 people over the next year. You're just like, in case, like you're in a church or you're around friends that like adopt and are in foster care, and they're going to need some day nights. Yeah. Like, if you can, take the classes and just be like, and when the DSS people, just be very firm. Like, it's like, oh, so what do you want to do? How many kids do you want? I was like, I don't want any kids. I'm just doing this solely to like be someone that for my friends. Like, and
like for us, like Augie and Nay, like we never had them sleep with anybody ever, like overnight, like because we never had anyone that we like put them like in respite. And then it's called respite care if you want to do that, foster care, respite care. And then with our other two, we had it one time. So, and that was over a 4.
That's how often I've been alone with my wife.
It happens, it's okay though. And we did that kind of intentionally for bonding purposes, but also we are also like not thinking mental health. So that's why we did it with our other kids. So
I mean, anyways, there's people you cut out during that bonding phase, but then there's times you need to cut out everything else.
It is true that like your relationships just start to change after you do foster care. And like you just got to be okay with that. And like if your relationship with someone that just adopted changes for the first year, like you just got to give them that space.
It's not forever, but you know, like Gabe and Jenny definitely when they came in needed more attention than probably Augustine and even Nay when they came in. They're just different. Like they needed something different. Like I had to change a lot of what I was doing to be around more for them because they just need consent. I don't even. Just being in the house with them, that's what they need to stay in one place with one consistent person there.
All the time.
Yeah. That's just something they need. It seems simple. It's kind of boring sometimes, but that's just something they need. Like, I mean, like they don't need to go everywhere. Yeah. They just need to stay somewhere and belong.
Yeah, that's very important. And I think that, like, if you know that looking on the outside of an adoptive family, you can really help them and know where to help them. And sometimes, like, if you ask them, like, what do they need, they're not going to tell you, because for us, it would be like a pride thing probably. We'd be like, oh, we're fine. But then, like, when someone just did something for me, I'm like, oh, I really appreciated that. That was super, super kind and super nice, and I really appreciated, like, when that girl gave us food. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Anyways, so I also wanted to tell you guys about our Love Multiplies shirt, and that was the people that I chose to just feature on this channel. It's from this couple called Phil and Alex, and they adopted 2 sweet girls themselves, and they're really awesome. They're also fellow YouTubers, and so they have a nonprofit organization called Love Multiplies. It supports adoptive families. It supports IVF. So just anything that grows a family in any way, they support that with that, and they do counseling, they do education. They also give to the families that are adopting, and they help them get placements and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really cool organization, and you can buy these shirts. They're a great Christmas present for anybody in your life that's adopted, or for yourself.
Mine is a long sleeve and much cooler.
Yes. No, it's not. Mine's really cute.
It's actually much warmer, but it's cooler than hers.
Alright. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and in the next video, it'll be our last video. It's going to be debuting a little bit later because of the film time on it, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's going to be really fun. It's from someone that has been adopted and also adopted, so it's going to be kind of interesting point of view. I'm really excited about all of that. So I hope you guys have the best day ever, and I'll see you next time. Bye!